Hello my fellow boogeymen, final girls, scream queens, and everything in between. I'm Nathan and I would like to welcome you to the first cosplay video of 2023. Happy New Year. Now for returning subscribers, I know that this might seem like a bit of a departure, as normally when I talk cosplay, it's Indiana Jones related. But I do love cosplaying in different genres, and horror has always been one of my absolute favorites. My top 3 characters to cosplay as from the horror genre are Ash Williams from Evil Dead, Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street, and the subject of today's video, Michael Myers from Halloween. Again, I cannot tell you how excited I am to talk about today's bit of cosplay kit. Without further ado, I'm going to get out of this and jump into the coveralls. And with one quick change, I am out of my street clothes and into, and I still can't believe I actually get to say this, my Workrite Ultra Soft Flame Resistant 9-ounce coveralls in navy blue? Yes, these are not the screen accurate charcoal gray color. However, while I can be a stickler for screen accuracy, I'm also somebody who's very happy to have good close enoughs. And these navy blues are incredible close enoughs for 3 reasons. Number 1, it is still the exact same brand, cut, and finish that we see on screen. It's just the color's different. But also, with color correction, charcoal gray can sometimes look like navy blue. In fact, the first couple of images that were coming out of Nick Castle behind the scenes, a lot of people thought this was the navy blue coveralls. Nick said that they were navy blue, but it was soon figured out that no, it's charcoal gray. But again, due to color correction, charcoal gray can sometimes look like navy blue. And then in the more dimly lit scenes of like kills and ends, it almost comes off as a black, which the navy blue also replicates very easily. Number 2, I have seen a lot of high-profile Myers cosplayers who do 2018 kills and ends use the navy coveralls because, again, it just looks more of what we see on screen. And to find an actual pair of the charcoal coveralls can be kind of difficult, as either you're buying it from somebody who knows what it is and they've customized it and so they're asking more, or you're not finding it in your size. You found the correct color, but they're not in your size. The navy blue seems to be more readily available and in more regular sizes for most people. Number 3. And the reason that I'm most excited about, there is a custom costumer on Instagram called Creepy Customs. They make their own 78 and 81 coveralls, but then they also do customizations on pre-existing coveralls, and I have seen them take these exact navy blues and turn them into the charcoal grays through some really interesting, I think it's like a bleaching process, but it's incredible. You could never tell the difference. And if you want, they'll also add like the sleeve tear, the bullet holes, or if you're going for Halloween ends, they'll add the mold. And I just am somebody who always appreciates that kind of love and dedication to screen accuracy, so I'm going to put them in the description of this video because talent like that needs to be seen. So that's why I am more than happy to have these navy blue coveralls. Also, again, they're the coveralls. They may not be the color, but they're still the Workrites, and I just cannot believe that. It's just, I'm so excited. I've actually been tripping up over my words over multiple takes because of how excited I am to really get in depth about these coveralls. So, how's the fit? I'm sure a lot of you are asking. The fit is probably the best part of these. Now, granted, I am wearing one size up. These are a 3X, and I usually wear a 2X, but because of how nicely the elastic in the waist cinches, it never feels like a 3X. And the range of motion is very fluid, to a point where it almost feels like I'm not wearing a pair of coveralls and just kind of more have a really comfy blanket or bathrobe on. That's another thing. The Ultra Soft label is no lie. I have worn many jumpsuits in my time as a cosplayer for Michael Myers. I've got my QCR coveralls, which is an Amazon brand. I think that's the correct brand. If not, I'll put like some annotation of what they're actually called. And they're fine, but the materials that are used are really weak. I've had those things for barely a year and the zipper's already broken. I've had red naps, which are accurate to H2O, and I do enjoy those coveralls, but I don't like the sleeve length, and I don't like how weak the stitching can be sometimes. But that's just me and my experiences of wearing red naps. I'll do a little bit of a wider shot and insert it so you can see how this drapes, how it wears. I really, again, just love the fit and finish of this. I've been debating whether or not to get these fully weathered up, and for the time being, I think I'm going to keep them in a 2018 configuration. So a little dirty, but overall clean. I just cannot bring myself to add bullet holes and a sleeve rip for just this pair. I think in the future, if I got a second pair of these kind of coveralls, then I'll do everything to turn them into a kills/ends pair of Workrites. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this because it's been irregularly cold here in California. We've had temperatures as low as like 45 degrees. And every time I've gone out with this on to do some shoots, I've never felt the cold. The material, the ultra soft material, is really great at retaining heat, but it never makes you feel overheated. I've had to do a little bit of customization to these, and by customization I mean I remove the tags. When you get a pair of these Workrites, there's a Workrite tag here, and then there's two little like flat tags here, and then on the back, as you can see, the square outline is where the fire resistant logo is. If you have a seam ripper, they're very easy to take off. The residue of the fire resistant logo, because they glue it down, is the only problem that I've been having. But I'm gonna find a way to get rid of this very soon. Other than that, yeah, that's the only real starting customization you have to do to just kind of get a 2018 pair of coveralls. And then if you want to do kills and ends, that's where you're going to have to go real crazy. But, you know, you're probably just tired of seeing my dumb face, so how about I throw one of the masks on? I'm going to throw on the Halloween Ends mask. I'm going to be just very straightforward because the Halloween 2018 mask, as we all know, for those of us who cosplay, is very small. Almost smaller than the H2O mask, and that thing is tight around the face. My Halloween Kills is currently out of commission because the paint is starting to flake, and I don't know how that happened. So the only good one I have is Halloween Ends. So give me another minute to do a quick change, and you can see what these look like with one of the masks on. So yeah, that's the worn shots. Normally when I cosplay as Myers, fun little fact, a little addition here, I usually wear one of these, which is a hood sock. You can buy these off Amazon for pretty cheap, but this is a little loose. I have one that's much tighter and much better. These are really great for blackening out the eyes. And now you too can have the blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. I don't know why my Sam Loomis impression sounded more like Quint from Jaws, but there you go.
Lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eye.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. And remember, everyone's entitled to one good scare. Happy New Year, everybody.